What's good, YouTube? So today we want to kind of talk about the hardest thing that we have ever gone through. Yeah. What would you say that is for you?
Right now, I'd say going through prep. Definitely.
Contest prep?
Yeah.
Okay. So why would you say that's the hardest thing you've gone through? And Tyler, definitely feel free to like chime in about just anything that you've helped her with and just things like that too.
Yeah, well, definitely, it's like something different that, I've never done anything this crazy before. And I did a 30-week long prep.
Yeah, so I think this Saturday will be 30 weeks, if not 29, but it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Same
fast,
thing.
Though, more fast.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But maybe for me, I don't know about for you. It might have been some slower times.
Yeah, so it was definitely hard, but I decided to get into this prep because I was graduating college and I wanted something to work towards, like a goal, and it was literally out of my comfort zone. Like getting up there, like when I first started, like holy shit, can I really get on stage in a bikini in front of like all these people that I don't know and like just pretty much like be up there and everyone's looking at you, and that's like something I can't comfortably.
Yeah.
I
so
remember
like,
just you making the decision to do it was a really fast decision, and you just committed to it right from the start. Pretty much, you made up your mind.
I was
what
just
you
like,
wanted to do and what you wanted to accomplish, and you did it.
Yeah, I was just like, let's do it. Like I've been his friend for whatever.
I think it's been a full
first.
year. I think honestly, at least. I think.
So I reached out to him first, like originally for a weight loss. I don't know.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, you wanted to lose some weight. You were doing some detox diets in the beginning.
Like the smoothie cleanses, and I had no idea. I mean, I've been lifting for like 5-6 years now.
Yeah, since high school, 5 years or so.
Yeah, but like you could, go to a gym for hours and, every day for weeks and weeks and weeks. But if you're not eating right, then you're not going to see, the results that you really want. So I needed that guidance. I needed that push. Someone to tell me like, okay, you can eat this and that and have this amount of calories, whatever.
You wanted someone to hold you accountable pretty much.
Yeah.
But make sure
someone else.
Make sure you're doing the right thing. I think that's the biggest thing for everybody that like gets any kind of trainer, no matter what. Is not accountability is huge, but the other biggest thing is like that after 30 weeks you're doing the right thing. I mean, could you imagine doing this for 30 weeks and you lost 10 pounds instead of 30? Like you just would not be there. And so that might have been what happened if you did it completely on your own, trying to figure it out. I mean,
I'd still be doing like smoothie cleanses or something. Like
it'd be very unhealthy how you reached the weight that you're at now.
And I think now, like with social media and like all these like fad diets and like stuff like that, it's like people are just like, oh, I'm gonna do this because she did that and she lost so much weight, whatever. But like during this prep, I learned that you can eat whatever you want. I didn't go vegan, I didn't go vegetarian, I didn't go gluten-free or anything like that. I don't have anything against, that way of eating. But I found the foods that I liked and what my body responded to the best. I was still eating pancakes, chocolate, like I had cookies at one point, and like that's like my weakest point now.
Yeah, so I mean but in terms of how hard it's been, I mean it's not really been restricting your food and stuff, but it's just eating less and stuff is hard, and it's hard for 30 weeks. I mean, you're sitting there at the computer watching this or your phone in 30 weeks. Put that in a little bit more perspective, that's half a year. That's a semester of non-stop perfect consistency. And we'll put some photos on the screen, but this is what you look like. If you put in all that work for that damn long, it's going to pay off. I mean, you just said it in another video we'd done a little while ago. If you keep consistent with no matter what you do, if you keep consistent, you will reach your goals.
There was no really big secret or loophole or anything like that.
Or a special pill that I took.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's simply hard work. That's it. Like, that's the secret. That's like my main thing. Like, I had so many people saying like, oh my god, how'd you lose weight so quickly? And I totally get that because like I suck at social media and like suck at posting every day. So I feel like people saw me like before and then after, and they were like, oh my god, like
that happened
what?
last week.
Yeah, no, like I've been consistently working at myself like for 30 weeks. no alcohol, no fried foods, stuff like that, and just being consistent overall. I don't know, but the hardest thing besides, eating and whatever, going to the gym, I think is like what you have to go through like with yourself, like mentally.
Yeah, it's not even that you can't eat it, it's just it becomes a mental. It's not physically hard whatsoever. If you ask me, and being hungry is just like, okay, I get to eat at 6 p.m., you deal with it, but it's a mental thing. It's just, mentally telling yourself, do not go to that fridge and just sneak,
self-control aspect.
Yeah.
And that gets to be really hard. Anybody can diet for a week or 2 weeks. Try eating clean perfectly for 2 weeks. That's, it's doable or whatever, but try doing it for 30 weeks and having self-control for 30 weeks. And that's where contest prep is just hard. It's just, it's a lot more than a lot of people think. A lot of people see, may see how good you look or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm going to do a contest prep. And it's like, contest prep is not just...
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not.
For me, I started it, like, I know you have, like, a video on this, but I think you have to love yourself first and like how your body is right now.
Yeah.
And how I got into it, like, at that point when I was doing the first... what do you call it, like training session with you or whatever, like I was like, okay, like that's when I was like miserable, and I was like, okay, let's try this, and if it works, it works, and if not. And I feel like I half-assed like the first part, like I didn't really see the results I wanted. I mean, I don't know, when I decided to do contest prep, I was like, I'm either gonna do this like 120% or like not at all. So I decided to just go all in, and that's like where I flipped that switch, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and I did every single day. And it was hard because like I was my last semester of college, and like everyone else around me, has like something else to do. Like him, like he didn't go through prep with me. I watched him eat burritos, like Chipotle, cupcakes, sushi, you name it. Like I watched him eat it.
You encouraged
ice cream.
me.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But like, like I learned a lot of self-control and discipline. Because now, like, I don't know, I feel like...
I mean, you feel like you probably should feel like you can accomplish anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a test that you have to take and you have to study for it, I mean, you've gone through 30 weeks of this, you could do 10 weeks studying for tests or whatever it may be. You should be able to feel like you can accomplish anything after something this big and this hard, honestly, in my opinion. I felt like I could.
Yeah.
I went through mine alone, and that was tough. I didn't really have many friends around me, like, helping me or anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, I had friends too around me, but like they had different goals at that time. Like I said, I was like at my last semester of college, everyone's graduating. When I graduated college, I couldn't even drink because I was in prep. But yeah, my sister turned 21 while I was in prep, couldn't take a shower or anything with her, but it was okay, like, and I was fine with that.
I did mine on my 21st birthday. I was 21, turned 21, and made a video on getting 21-inch arms. Obviously, mine are not 21, but, I mean, just, I did that. I enjoyed doing that versus taking a stupid shot for what reason, And so I think actually one question I have for you that other people may have is, they realize now how hard it is, or at least maybe just a tiny little bit of how hard it is. You don't really realize it until you go through it, the whole thing. But was it worth it?
Yeah, like 100%. Like I learned so much about myself, and like now I feel like I can do anything, like just going through this and like what I had to like mentally go through. Physically, it was tough. Being in contest prep is tough. Being at the gym for 3 hours is tough. But like mentally telling yourself to like keep going, and like there were times where I'm like, why am I doing this? Like I really want a slice of pizza right now, or like a bagel or whatever the heck he was eating at that time. But it's like, no, like I set this goal, I want to keep going. Like I've already made it this far. Like might as well just push through and do it. And you just have to make that decision, like no matter what it is, whether it's prep or starting a business, you just have to dive into it, even if you don't know everything about it, because then you can reach out to people like Jordan or other people that might know things that you don't know.
So a lot of people might be wondering and wanting to ask you, do you see yourself doing this again, short term, long term, none at all, or what do you see going forward with this?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this Saturday goes. I mean, if it goes well, like we'll see. But I definitely, it's definitely hard on your body, I would say.
I mean, the last weeks are known that they are not, it's not healthy to be like, you know, in this stage for too long and stuff. It's not healthy. That's just plain and simple. Bodybuilder, bikini competitor, doesn't matter. It's not healthy.
Right.
But, you know, how you do it long term is also, hopefully you do it the healthy way long term and stuff, you know,
and that's
there.
like number one priority is like being healthy. And, you know, it doesn't matter how I look and whatever, but I think that I'll probably rebuild for a few months or maybe even a year. And then we'll see. Probably do another one. We'll see. We'll see how this Saturday goes. And we'll update you guys on that. Yeah.
There'll be plenty of videos and footage.
Yeah. But I think it was definitely worth it, like what I learned about myself and like self-control, discipline, just having strong willpower to say no.
And like I think the last thing, like I actually had somebody text me the other week asking me, you know, what you were taking, and I had people do this when I was in my contest prep, you know, like, bro, what are you taking? And it's like, I'm taking 300 milligrams of hard work, and you can get it down the street, like, you know, like, I mean, so let's maybe do a video on that, of, you know, just steroids. Let's do a video on steroids and why we both chose to do it naturally, and maybe talk on that, because I feel like a lot of people don't comprehend that, like, you can get X big or X lean, like, without taking some magic pill, because they don't understand and comprehend like how much 30 weeks of perfect consistent work is. Mine was only 12, but like, goodness, I was prepping, you know, getting ready for that for 2-3 years. I did my first show freshman year of college, and then I did my second one senior year. So, you know, 3 years getting ready, getting my metabolism high enough so I could do it in 12 weeks and not 30. You know, I could have done a 30-week prep, but I was consistent with how I looked after 12 weeks. But let's do a video on that. So guys, if we get 10 likes, no. Let's do 20 likes. There's a girl in the thumbnail. So clickbait, you know. If we get 20 likes, then we will post the next video on just steroids and why we chose to stay natural. Opinion on the steroids and why we chose to stay natural and stuff. So hope to see you guys next time in the next one.
Here we go.